Hey guys, how's it going? March 18th, 2023. And we're back in. Oops, I'm in Train Sim there. Oops. Just checking my forums here. Let's get into this. Checking to see if there was anything new, and there wasn't much of anything. But other than the world goes round and round, so I was offline for a few days, so just got back home. Now I gotta update Steam and see where I'm at with Derail Valley here. Updating Steam. Hopefully Derail Valley doesn't have an update. Come on, baby. I know my internet's working, or it was. Do have internet access. I'm on there. Can't tell about that. Connecting Steam. Got my email. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, don't care about that. Play that. Minimize this. Synchronizing cloud. Okay. Hey, Bob. Thanks, Scott. Good to be home. I think we're loading. Hadn't loaded anything up yet. I was just checking whatever I had to check and run a little bit. I literally got in just, I don't know what the hell it was, about an hour ago. I didn't overly miss this, but I was looking forward to it. For sure. Oh, man. Long day, though, driving. It's over 6 hours. Over 6 hours driving, but with stopping and a little bit of rail fanning here, there. Didn't do too much rail fanning today, more exploring than anything, but let's see. What are we talking about here? Talking about 580 kilometers, roughly. Let's say 600 kilometers, so that's about 180, 360. So about 350 miles. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, 350 miles. Close enough. But it's definitely good to be home, though. It's the first time staying in Quebec, too, which is an interesting. Now, this goes slow with the mods that are in right now. So it's going to take about, you can watch those grades of grades of glass, yeah, blades of grass, just slowly moving there for a second. Once it settles down, the mod fully integrates in. Because what happens is I have one mod that I don't know, what is it, persistent industries or whatever the frig it's called, but it saves everything else, so it allows me to continue the logistics, continue keeping track of everything that's going on. There we go. I could tell by just the way things started moving now. The frame rate came back. So last where we had it, I had dropped these off. I hit shift 12. Old habits. What can I say? I hit shift 12, so I was going to fly above. I was like, no, you can't do that. But anyways, that's scrap metal. And I think if I go into my sheets, we'll see where I'm at with that. Hopefully that's up to date, but I'm not 100% sure. I may have not have updated that. In that case, I'm going to bore you to death. I don't think I have. Ah, man. Are you kidding me? No, I haven't updated that. Okay. What's going on in here? I don't have too much in here. Well, I do, but I gotta have I got more to. Oh, I gotta pay off crap anyways. Which means I gotta take care of that. Okay. So I was afraid of. Where is my? What the hell? Did I do that? Did I? What happened there? Okay, something strange happened. Was it that I ran into everything and it was the lost and found? That was just weird. I just went like I was going like this, and then everything just kind of loaded in. 'Cause I just heard everything. Like I got cassettes, I got boom boxes, I got all kinds of garbage. All right. I do need to check what's going on here. So, steel mill, yes. Okay. I do have to get service, yes. So let's get that done first. All the switches on this side. All right. Why got the train brake on again? That's why you don't use the train brake. Okay, 80,000 isn't enough to get me anything else at the moment. Okay, time to rock and roll. This engine needs a bit. I didn't hear it go bing, but whatever. All right. Not bad. 8,000. All right. I'm going to leave that here for a minute. course, I get the boring part now, but it shouldn't take too long. And that is figuring out what's in this yard. But I gotta do it, so I'll take you with me and I'll... What the hell? I thought I was going someplace else, but that ain't it. It's not a big yard anyways, so there we go. Anything else change? That's probably the stuff that I... So, what do we got? That's a logistics. Ain't gonna do me much. That's haul empty cars. I don't have empty cars, do I? That's not what I left off. Well, those are loaded cars. Where's the empty cars? Oh, they're over there. Okay. So those aren't. They don't have a job for them yet. Probably because there's too much stuff already in the. Holy crap! Look at that beauty. Everything's going Harbor Town. Can I have something going somewhere else for a change? Goods and factory. Well, that's it's not bad for 23,000. Nice little mix train. Okay. So what I normally like to do is going through here and then kind of getting it from here. Makes it easier than going through the whole thing. But it doesn't cover everything, so you got to make sure everything's okay out there. So that's in 3 tracks. But I'm just looking to see what the next potential jobs are. So we got goods and factory. So first of all, I'm not going to do any shunting jobs. They're just not giving me enough at the moment. Nor do I need to do it. So as long as I don't need to do it, it's not worth it. It's better to get the stuff that needs to go first. And there's a lot that needs to go. Steel rail, that's something I haven't shipped yet. In fact, I have so much steel rail that's really a priority at 34,000. Like, look how much steel rail I've got here. I have got. I mean, geez. That is crazy. Unfortunately, it's just going back and forth to the harbor and back. But I just got tons of it right now. Hauling empty cars to the machine factory isn't going to give me much of anything, really. It's not that bad of a distance, so I probably wouldn't cost me that much. But if I look at machine factory, and I'm not too sure if I have that yet, which I don't. I do have harbor though, so the harbor can take the inbound. Doesn't have too much room. It has a little bit of room for inbound. But I do have some other work to do as well there. But for now, that's also gonna, if I do one of these, I mean, I could do more than one, but I think I won't push it. 1,000 tons. How much does my engine do? Boy, that's pushing it 1,000 tons. I might need a second unit to do that. Holy crap. I gotta think about that for a second. Hang on a second. 1,200 is, I think, my limit, and that's 1,083 now. I think I will get through that, but holy crap, that's going to be the biggest. I was thinking of adding more to that, and I was just like, wow, that's 1,000 tons. 1,083. 1,200 is my limit now. I can do more than that, I've been told, so I'll just take my chances and go ahead. And then the other one, I can just go ahead and add some more cars if I wanted to, but probably wouldn't. These guys I could add together if I wanted to make it fun. But anyways, let me just check the chat here. What do we got going on? What kind of haircut do you have? Okay. D6 is 1,400 tons. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat now. CP work with KCS and then they work on me. Yeah, I heard about that. What kind of haircut do you have? Yeah, I heard about it. My son was talking about it. I just got home. Yeah, I heard about it. The Derail, a few cars at a few hoppers down at Robin Hood, local short line. You guys are wondering what that's about. Nothing serious. It's happened before. Every now and then it happens. Okay, let me go ahead and get through this here. Get to the boring stuff. So 1,400's much better looking. So what I want to do here is I want to get through and what do they call this place? A steel mill? Is the steel mill? Okay, we'll just call it the steel mill. I'll just put that as sheet 8. Rename that one. And once again, this is just keeping track of everything so that I can do some proper logistics, or proper planning, I should say. Oops, I gotta change that. That thing is just flashing like a... Ah, crap. That's why I didn't want to do that. Bring that down there. Gotta stop pointing at it because it'll just go crazy. So first off, I will go ahead and I will check the tracks that we're dealing with. So I gotta go outside here and get some daylight on it and see what we got. So 3S, 4S, 5S, those are all storage tracks. 3S, 4S, 5S. I don't think that's what they're called though. I think they're called A 3S if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check here. Yeah, it'll be A's. change that again. A3S, A4S, A5S, so A6I, A6I, A7 whatever, L for the loading track. Then we go into the other one, which is the B's. So 10, 20, or 1 outbound, 2 outbound. Of course, let me see. The problem is that puts it right in the center. I gotta do it by memory, or just keep scrolling it. B1 outbound, B2 outbound, B3. Ah, Jesus, Murphy. B3 inbound. Once you get a system going, it's not too bad. 4, 6-0. A lot of outbound tracks. 6-0. 7 and 8 storage. Okay. So that's all the tracks. Now I can go in and don't need that. There we go. I don't think there's anything on these tracks, but there might be. Nah, we'll look at those in a minute. We'll see what's in the, those are all empties anyways. Where is my thing? There. I had it around here somewhere. I always get this screwed up when I'm looking for the, there it is. I look at this and I think it's the end of the road, and I forget, like, no, it's right here. Okay. So A3S has, so when you look at these things here, you go, okay, so A3S has, and I mean, you can go with the same format, basically. So A3S has a train called Steel Mill SL 41. And it goes from something to something. Okay, or how many cars it has. So you can do, so it's got 3 cars. And it's all about transporting something to something. So we'll figure that out in a second. And of course I hit it, which means, so steel mill the goods, so didn't mean to do that. So that one I can go, that one I can go. And I think that's all I need to track, if I recall. Yep. So if I go like that, I can keep the cyan for the track number, and this I turn into red because that's the that's that thing right there. So it's a red colored thing. Red for doing a shunting job. So that one is in A4, A5, B8S. Now it's telling me where everything is and how many is in what. So this is located in 3 different locations. It's in A4S. It's in A5S. And it's in B8S. So it's all over the place. And it's got 2 cars of that, 2 cars of that, and 1 car of that. I forgot to put the type of cars for the other one. Oh, I saw where. Okay, so I forgot to put what kind of cars they were. I'll have to do that for this one here. So for this one, I'm going to insert 1 column. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that in a second. But everything else is already in there. So if I go back to this, and of course I brought that up, so those are steel rails. So that one's steel rails. That one is steel bent plates. So the other one's mixed. That one is steel rails. So I can put mixed for that, and I can put steel rails for that. Forgot to put where it's from. It's going to Harbor. So it's going steel mill, Harbor. There we go. Nope, wrong one. Control Z that. Okay. Now I'm just coloring these red as well. That's in B8S. SMSL71. B8S. SMSL71. And that's 3 cars. We don't know exactly what it is until we look. So that's steel rails for Harbor as well. Oh, I did have the number though, which I didn't put. Oh, I did put it in 3. Never mind. Steel rails for the steel mill to Harbor. I can turn those all into red as well, and then I can go ahead and condense those again. I can also take 13 all the way down to this, just to save myself some memory when loading the sheets. I can take that, delete that off, and then that leaves just those. Okay, so now I've done all the I've done all the what do you call those, shunting jobs. So these I'm just going to put over here. Though these automatically sorted in one way, but that's okay. Now I've kind of already looked at these, but I still have to record where they are and what they are and all that other crap. So this is in B8S. Once again, we're in this track. SMLH07. Cars. So all empty cars. What look like flats? I don't know what the hell they are. I'll call it Machine Factory. I could call it just Machine, but we'll leave it like that. Okay. So there's a lot of cars on that track. This is in B10 or B10. I call it B10, but I shouldn't. FH74. Thirteen cars. So steel mill to goods. It's just a bunch of crap, so I'll just call it mixed. Turn that yellow. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. No, it's green actually. So that's a freight haul, which is automatically green. Almost through it, guys. Check the chat real quick and then I'll continue. Then we can get on to this running of the trains here. Relax about the Discord. I don't know who Matthew is. Yeah, I don't check the chat every few minutes, so relax. I got one screen, so I can't see it all. But anyways, I don't know who a Matthew is. I don't know any Matthews. My Discord, honestly, my Discord's not that important. I know I advertise about it, but nothing much is happening there, so I wouldn't worry about it. I might be just keeping it private, I think, but we'll see. Let's see here. SMFH 74, because the things run out of time or whatever the hell they are. SMFH 09. Let me just... SMFH 09? I think that's the next one. Gotta go back to that. Okay. Ah! I'm all... I gotta get the sheet back on, and there we go. Okay, let me kill this part. I don't need that. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Almost getting somewhere. I keep going back into the other thing. SMFH09, B20. That's what I want to do. Okay. It's been a while since I've been using this, guys, so... a couple days, and then... FH09... 13 cars, again. Right mouse click so I don't pick it up. Oh yeah, these are going to be steel rails. Steel Mill, Harbor Town. I'm going to have a bunch of those. The rest of them are all going to go to Harbor. So I'll just keep that in mind. Steel rails. Steel Mill. Harbor. B60, C21, from B60. Looks like I'm going to have to turn the engine for sure. SMFH11, B40, B40 I should say. Steel rails, Steel Mill, Harbor. See, once you start getting into it, it doesn't take too long. It looks like there's a lot out there, but it's not that bad. And then the last one is B7 storage, SMLH 28. I think they were steel rails. Actually, I don't know what they were. I know they go to the harbor because I remember seeing that, but I gotta take a look at that. Make sure I know what the heck they are. They're haul empties. So I think I have another one in there somewhere. There they are. Empty flats. And they're just logistics moves. Okay, so now we've got that sorted out. We're going to go into, I'm not worried about that. We're going to just double check and see if it is accounted to everything that is in these yards. So we're just doing a quick inventory. Once we've done that, we only have to do this one time with the add-in or the add-ons that I have. So all I'm doing right now is verifying that these are in here. So it's saying 3 cars of mixed is in here. Now they're not loaded yet, but they will be. So they will be 3 cars, and then I can verify just by looking at this. I don't really need to verify that part because it's there. So there's 41. And then the next track over, I've got 2 cars. So these are stuff that I will pick up from the spurs. And when I go over to the next spur, might have missed one. I think I missed one. Oh, maybe not. Was 5S the next one? No, it was. We're good. So it's supposed to be 2 in there too. Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of the spurs. All right. Yep. Now we go into the yard. So all we're doing there now is checking to see if FH74 is the only train. So this is supposed to be a mixed train, which it is. If it's the same consist, then everything's together. FH09 is the next one, which again, that's supposed to be 13 cars. And if, as long as that is FH09, then we're good, which it is. Now this is where it changes. So this is what I brought in. These are the gondolas. So the scrap. So the scrap metal. They came in from the harbor to the steel mill. They were scrap metal, or they are scrap metal, I should say, but they haven't been assigned yet. So I'm just counting these. Now there were 17 cars. Now I got a funny feeling that I may have forgotten to take it out of the harbor. So I'm going to take a look for a 17 car scrap metal in the harbor. That would be that one right there. So that's what that was, the one from E50. I can feel pretty safe that I can take that away, because what had happened was I don't remember. There was 3 different things there, but that I can feel safe enough to take that away, because that was the train that came from the one to the other. Had I been right on, I don't have to put the train number because that no longer exists. It stays cyan. Everything else is good. Now we can move on. So I should put an indication just to decide which train I was going to run or whatever. But first, I will go ahead and I will take one of these, or decide which one I want to do for sure. Which I kind of think I've already decided that I'm going to go with that 34,000. So we're going to go with the FH79. Now I'm going to take that with me. It's going to tell me where it is. Because it's going to harbor, I have to turn the engine around. I don't have to do any shunting. I just have to get the engine turned around. I'm looking at the wrong area here. Okay. So double check everything's filled up. I'll check the chat before I start everything real quick here. Put that back. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take that 19. I'm going to make this a new color just so I know that I'm taking it. I don't know which color I should make it. Something... I'm going to do purple, but I think I used that for something else. Yeah, I think I'll use white. It's a nice bright color, and it just gives me an idea to make sure that I know what the hell I'm doing as far as which jobs I want, etc. Check the chat real quick. Okay. He can be a whatever community he wants to be, and don't bother me. I don't know, Matthew. Alright, let's try that again. I turned it on and then for some reason it went out. I'm not exactly sure why. Alright. Actually, I don't need to sit there yet. Alright. Whoops. Wrong one. All right. The other day I ran one off the turntable into not into the pit, but I ran it off of the pit onto a track that wasn't there. So that cost me a little bit. Come on. That should have worked. I am so used of the reason why you hear the extra honking is because I'm so used to the plus button accelerating. I don't know which simulator did that. I think it's SimRail does that, so I get the two confused sometimes, but in this, plus button is the horn. Which I know, but then I kind of forget about, if that makes sense. And this is F1, F2. So when you're used to running one particular thing, it's just like earlier I was trying to do a shift F12, that's run 8. There's F12 there. See, I was just going to jump off, and I take a picture. It's F to force your way off, or whatever you want to call that. Okay, so now let's pull this up here. Ah, crap. I thought I was out of the yard. I'm not out of the yard yet. Okay. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. Let me, just pull ahead here. Okay. I'll get it. I wonder if these belt packs for North America look similar. Obviously, I don't think they have the solar power thing, but they probably have a charge indicator. Okay, I'm really confused about something here. Why am I frontwards? Is that the way I came in? I guess it is. I gotta think about that for a second. Hang on. It just feels weird to me going up that way, but I guess that's true. Yeah, oh, that's right. Okay, I go forward and then yeah, because Harbor and Town's down at the bottom right, but I mean, you can go up that way, but it's the long way, so it just felt weird for me for a minute. Okay, let me put myself in here and I'll find a track to get through the yard here. Got some extra time tonight, but I don't know how long I'm going to be or whatever. I'll check chat one more time here. Alright. Didn't mean to hit it 3 times, but I guess I don't have... See, I'm just so used to sitting down there when I'm trying to flick or operate the... Oh, where are you going? Just you're on a grade. Let the brake off, and then it started drifting down. Wrong button. There we go. I'm so used to wanting to get into the cab and then... Hello. It's like, no, you got the belt pack to use, and it's probably easier to use it for now. Right down the center. That's our beauty right there, huh? B60, yeah. All right. Oh, here's it. I just saw the crane, and that's something that was cool to watch in the Port of Montreal. Now, I didn't get to see rail cars get loaded and unloaded, but it was at a port in Montreal where I did get to see the ships get loaded and unloaded or whatever. The rail yards are right beside it, and one of those cranes was going up and down. It was really cool to see the straddle cranes. You don't get very close-up views of that, but there's this one street by a Tim Hortons in East Montreal where it's a dead-end street, and these things are very secure, but it's got a fence. You can see through it. It's not a big deal, and yeah, you can enjoy watching that for a while. It's kind of cool. No trains around. You just watch that for a little bit. So we had a little fun. I saw that crane there, and it kind of reminded me of that, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's fun stuff. Alright, so we'll latch up to that. I'm yawning early tonight, but as expected, I don't know how long I'll last tonight. I purposely at the hotel there in Montreal, or not Montreal, it's a place called Regard, which is had a really good rate. It's about 20 minutes outside. It's in Quebec, but it's outside of Montreal. And it was a travel lodge. It was really nice, actually. Oops, get out of there. I definitely know those belt packs don't have coupling and uncoupling buttons, which are a little weird, but... Okay, last check to the chat before I focus on this train. Nothing going on. Wow, I got 3 viewers tonight. Jesus. I have to shut the YouTube down too. Getting boring. Alright, here we go. We'll see how our views or everything's going later on. It's been a struggle to get up to 1,000 subscribers. It really has been. Alright, now I can sit down in the seat. Oh yeah, I gotta get my little cuckoo clock going. So, we've got 27 minutes. Well, that should be fun. Track should be all lined up because that's where I came from. Physics aren't quite the same. Oh, I got 12. Oh, damn. I missed it. I keep going. Yeah, it's kind of weird. If you're going up a hill, you use the sand, and that'll help you get more. But if you're going flat, you can go more on the red, and yeah, it's really weird. Oh. To say it's a simulator is probably pushing it, but it's a pretty good logistics simulator, I think. So I can just fire it right up to it. No wheel spin. And that's the way it works. That's the way I use it. I'm used to notching up slowly, but you don't really have to do it that much. I don't think you have to at all. I could be wrong. I think they're trying to improve that in some of the patches that are, or the new simulator patch or upgrade or whatever the hell you want to call it. So, that goes straight ahead, so that's not going to be a problem. Oh boy, I always forget about this one. So I got 27 minutes. Pretty good amount in, I would say. Almost there. So I'm heading to C21. Which I know where that is. Nope. Don't know if I got it in time. I might have just got it. Right down the middle. It was 7 minutes to go. Another 52,000. Okay. Well, where's that putting me in stats? Puts me at 130,000. Feed tolerance is at 16,000. 16,000. Well, I'm getting close. I might want to shut the engine down. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm going to shut that engine down. I'm on the wrong dock here. In fact, what I will do oops, wrong button. Is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop up to the front here. Okay, that takes care of that. So now we'll stop burning fuel. And then what I can do is I can take this here, if it's of the same format, which it might be, it may not be, I don't know. But I will copy that over to the harbor. To that one. It's no longer part of that train, but we will see where we lie in the labyrinth of things that need to be done. I'm going to make sure that that's shut down so it doesn't fall off, because that's an expensive engine to lose. I can't jump that. So I'm getting lost. Where am I? Oh, I just went the wrong way. So it looks like some extra ones popped into play, but let me just check. Let me check my, well, I'll check my fees. Not too worried about that because I can afford possibly another license, but I'm not too sure. 130,000, I don't think it's going to be the one I want. Well, it actually is. Um, Now that's interesting. I gotta see about that one because I may have to make some money before I go too far with that. Of course, military one is another option that I've had for a while, but that is the one that I've been waiting for. And the reason why I say that is I'm going to pull a few of these out of here. That's going to tell me I don't have the license for. Like this one, for example, is a hazmat 2 that I can shunt now. And I didn't mean to do that, but I will do this instead. So there's a lot to do in the harbor. But I'm going to move those over for a minute and just see where I stand. There's a lot sorted in here. Now that's a hazmat 3, so this one isn't going to work. There's no way I can afford that right now. So that's not going to work. That's a hazmat 2, so that's now a train that I can potentially get moving. Actually, if I do it, I have to pay off. I got to pay off the fees. I just realized that. In order to get the license, I have to pay off the fees, which unfortunately means no. I can't get it yet. Just not yet. I'm very, very close, actually, though. And I may be a few jobs away from doing it. So I'll start moving. I'm going to start moving stuff over there anyways, assuming that I'm going to be in a situation soon to do that. Like, you take a look at that hazmat 2. That is only 9 cars at 297 tons, and it pays 38,000. So you begin to get an idea of, that's some serious cash for some of that. And I'm getting to a situation now now that one just goes to the steel mill. That's a hazmat 2. Which one of these was a lot more? Okay, food factory. Okay. So nitrogen. Well, this pays 99 cents a mile too. That one pays 77 cents a mile. So this one pays even more. It almost pays as much. So that's the best value anyways. Lots of yawning going on. Like I said, I got up at 9 o'clock today. I had a good night's sleep, and it's just the drive just knocks the hell out of you. So hazmat 2 over here. I'm probably going to have to resort these all later anyways, once it resets. Wow. That is crazy. I got to compare that to the other things. Oh, that's train's value. That's not the, sorry. I screwed up. The train value is... It's not the train per mile. It's, value of, in million, I think. I think that's what it means. It's not the... But that one, holy crap, that pays a lot. Then of course you get into purpose. It's just like, okay, well, yeah, you're fine. I mean, you got all these things to do. Is your purpose just to make money? And of course, I'm at a normal skill level. There's a harder skill level. So let me just take a look at what we've got. That'll keep me going within. So I'm going to take a look at the I'm going to look at the red ones, for example. Let's see where we're at. SU-87 is in 2 places. So we're up here. It said it's in 2 places, but I don't see the other one. Can I see that again? C1S and G7S. Whoa, that's interesting. So I got 6 up there. I'm confused. This is 87. It says there's 6. I gotta check C1S out for a second. See what the heck's going on. Because I may have mistyped one of those. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's SL. I'm pretty sure it's SU-87, but... It's an SU-87. I was supposed to unload something. So I'm getting confused with the SL. I'm I'm supposed to unload 3. But these show all as empties. I gotta check what's going on here. 'Cause I'm a little confused as to what this is calling for here. No, it's SL87. Load and repair a train with empty Sun Omni containers for departure. And it's supposed to be in C1S and G7S. Okay, so here's SL87 right here. I've got 1, 2, 3, ah! So that is 3 cars there. Okay. Where does it say the other one was at? I should have brought it with me. I can actually skip across the water. This is crazy. Alright. Hey, whatever works. G7S. What's this showing in G7S? It's showing me at SL97. Not 87. What's SL97? Does that still work? Or did that... No, I think that's going to be the SL87. No. I can't remember what track that's under. G7S. So what had happened was this changed over to a different car. So it was originally assigned for something else, but then it became Harbor Food. reassigned for SL87. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. That's called HBSL 97, so I'm really confused now. So that's 87, that's 97. So 97's got a totally different number now. And I don't know where the hell that is. So they reassigned 97 to something else. No, it's right here. 2 empty flats, harbor and machine. C1S, G7S. So there's 3 there. Oh, that's 87. See, they're moving a bunch of these. They're moving a bunch of these different ones, and they're changing it around, which makes it really difficult in the harbor, because they're reassigning. As far as I can tell, they're reassigning. And there's multiple in each one. So G7S. So it's 3 cars from C1S to DL7, G7S to DL7. Oh no, there's 87, it's right there. I'm getting 87 and 97 mixed up again. That's 87, okay. Wake up. 97 is 5 cars. Harbor machine. Those are tanks. You don't. Oh, okay, so when you say it doesn't have the required whatever, we don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, it's right here. Empty flats 2 harbor machine. So now it's kind of applied itself to 3 other empty flats somewhere else. I think my brain power is low tonight to figure all this out. It's not that bad. It's just deciding. It's kind of weird, okay? The logistics is really good. It's just the organizing is a little chaotic, because everything basically gets thrown into these cards, which is fine, but then the system doesn't do this. And I was thinking about that a lot lately, on 2 different fronts actually. The one front is, well, there's 3 fronts actually. The one front is to continue to do what I'm doing, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a bit of a mind. It's a lot more difficult, because you saw how easy it was over at the steel mill, and I had never. It was brand new. Once you have a database in place, a lot of things can change, because a lot of variables can change, and then all of a sudden they decide that they need the demand for something else, and they reassign it to something else. And that's what's happened. So not only do I have the ones that I'm not qualified for, but now I have to try to figure out what has changed, and then from there go ahead and decide how am I going to make my money. I didn't mean to do that. I always do that, but I don't mean to do that. So like 2,500 is not going to give me much money, but 3,290 is not going to give me much. I mean, all those together combined, it might. Once you actually run the trains, then you get into the other money. What I'm trying to do is get myself up to the point where I can actually start running this stuff. Because if you can see that, that's getting close to 10,000 for shunting that. And that one is, again, you get a lot more out of the ones when you have the license, because then you're looking at values. The most valuable shipment right now is this one. It's a 12 car shipment for 61,000. If I look over here, I don't think I'm going to find that on anything. The most valuable shipment that I have coming out of the harbor, and I have a lot of logistics, but that don't matter. Coming out of the harbor now, the most valuable one that I have is the deliver empty containers. They're all going to the food factory. What I would end up doing is tacking on these 5 cars here, or I might combine. No, I can't combine those. I mean, there's ways of doing it. I can combine 2. I could have it do jobs like a set off in between, have it do it that way, and that might work. So anyways, like I said, I can continue doing what I'm doing that way, and I'll have to think about that. The other way is to try to figure out how to actually program the mods, which I don't think will be as difficult as some of the ideas I've had with Simulator, or having my own simulator, or generating or spawning in some type of code for my own simulator. But that's a lot of work. I don't think it's as much to actually mod, because a lot of people do it. A lot more people do mods than they do programming for development for actual games, I find. So I'm thinking to myself, once I can get myself into it and figure out what I'm doing, which I honestly don't know at the moment, but I don't think it's as difficult as some of the programming that would be involved in saying, get something up in C# for a project that would be brought in to something like Unity, for example. It's a lot of stuff involved in that, creating the models, all those other things. You can mod. It's pretty basic data, I would imagine. But then again, like I said, I don't have the experience of that. So that's one way. The other way is trying to think about what the other way was. There was another way that I was thinking that I could do it. So the other way is the one that I hadn't talked about, which I hadn't talked about in a little while, and that is just go ahead and try to build your own simulator still. Don't give up on that. But like I said, there's a lot of good simulators out there right now, and I really don't want to reinvent any wheels if I can help it. So, but it is 11:32. I can tell I'm tired. It's just that time of night, unfortunately. The views are low. I'm probably into the boring stuff right now. Actually, it is picking up a little bit here. Sean, what or how are you placing world map on the cab desk? I asked. I can't remember how to drop it using the G key. Don't use the G key. You've got to use the R key. So when you're into the engine, I'll show you here. Yeah, we got 7 people viewing right now, so that's a little bit better than what we were doing earlier. I wish I could stay awake. And I would do more. I just don't know how much demand I'm having these days, to be quite honest. But anyways, yeah. So if you grab that, right, and if you were to do a G key, it's just going to flip it wherever. It's just going to drop it. In order to do that, hold the R key. So the R key, you can either go towards it, and then see if you just do an R. What you're doing is you're placing. So I'm pressing and holding the R. It's red because you can't place it there. But if I put it like this, you can do that. You can do that the same way that I just did that. You can also go in and do the same thing that I've been doing inside of the where am I here? I jumped fences and I couldn't figure out where the hell I am. So yeah, you can go ahead and sort your stuff. Now I have, of course, a sorter. I think you probably do as well. But if you press R, you can rotate. So if you want to put it sideways or whatever, you can do that. You can just press R and it will just drop it in its most closest condition, or you can rotate it however you want to. No, you can't. I don't think you can rotate it like a custom one. So if you're standing in front of it and you're going like that, you can turn yourself and then go like that. Then you can stack things nicely. But but anyways, back to what I was saying though. It's a lot of work going through all that. The reason why I'm doing the sheets the way I'm doing it is to try and organize everything as much as possible. If I was to look at what I see right now, the issue that I'm getting into now is the inbound tracks are starting to fill up. So I was at the steel mill and I came down to the harbor, which I'm in. So I put it in here. I already put it in there, so I can go down to the steel mill now, and I can go ahead and delete this before I forget tonight. But everything else at the steel mill is fine. The steel mill is the easy ones. They're, easy like the other ones. These ones, though, we're talking a lot more tracks. So there's a lot of outbounds that can still be done. As far as outbound trains go, we got some, but we seem to have the possibility for other things. So I'm now looking at these babies here and thinking to myself, okay, should I go ahead and do that? That one right there is actually probably the most beneficial one I've got, is unload and store a train with pipes, which I think that just came in. That's the SU-41. That's the 14 cars I just brought in, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's steel rails. Pipes came in the other day. Pipes I brought in. Oh, here they are, right here. So I brought that in the last time. So now it has assigned that. So it's gone in and it's assigned. I brought that in the last thing. So now what's happened is I can tell you right now that that job is now has put itself into. And when you look at this was pipes that came in. So it's asking me to unload and store a train with pipes. So it's going to unload all 14 cars, but then it's telling me to put into G6S and G7S. If I look at G6S and G7S, I can see that there are flats that are indeed set up for those. How it does it, I don't know, but it will determine which cars it needs out of storage to build trains. As far as outbound trains go, I have I've got Harbor Food, Harbor Goods. Let's see what I got here on the desk. So those are SU is unload, SL is load. So see, so I got two of the same type of job, SL46, SL50. One's a C1S, one is D5S. They're all going to D7L to load. Once they've loaded, they will probably turn into something else. But yeah, a little tough when you're tired. I tried. I knew tonight would be one of these nights where it's just like, I don't know if I have the energy or not. Good luck with the old brain cells. Yeah, I think it'll work out okay. Sorry guys, I didn't run more trains other than that one, but that's how it goes sometimes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it anyways. That's all for now, guys. I'm going to go to bed because I am tired. Get as much sleep as I can. Anyways, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Take care.